What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Doing as per a Patreon request for my boy Casey, the Kavalan Virgin Oak from Banff Whiskey experience in 2023. Bottled in 2023, of course, and I believe this was barreled in 2016, so that's about 7 years old, maybe a little bit less than 7 years old. We know that most Kavalans come in at around that age. The Virgin Oaks we've been spoiled with being 10 to 13, even 14 years old from what I've tried. But obviously this one is a little bit younger. Let's see if that makes a difference. This was a bottle split with my boy Jeremy. 55.6% is the ABV, exclusively aged in a Virgin Oak cask. And I'm assuming, based on the color, a heavily charred Virgin Oak cask. On the nose, it's a little bit more caramel forward than previous versions. Some like spice notes as well, like cumin, some sweetness for sure on the nose. When we first opened it, it was a little bit more fruity. Definitely getting more bourbon-like characteristics in this one, which obviously is to be expected. Anything in Virgin Oak is going to give you the sensation that you're drinking a bourbon just because of the Virgin Oak. On the palate, okay, so a good amount of heat on the palate here. Probably would benefit with a little bit of water. This is actually a good, timely review for me because I'm doing a barrel pick for my own independent bottling, Whiskey in the Six independent bottling company. Hasn't been established yet. Making my first pick, which I plan to bottle because they're of age whiskeys that are very good. 3 of which are Virgin Oak. And I'm not gonna tell you which distillery just yet or any of that kind of stuff. But thinking of how those taste versus this, I'm actually very impressed with the ones that I've tasted so far. Yeah, so that fruity kind of caramel Coca-Cola note you get on the palate. Definitely more Coca-Cola on the palate than on the nose. Lots of Coca-Cola on the palate, flat Coca-Cola. Yeah, this is a Coca-Cola bomb. Lots of Coca-Cola on the palate. And literally like everything you would get from that Coca-Cola or Pepsi kind of aftertaste. Not the ones sweetened with aspartame, of course, but the heavily sugared ones. And then now that I'm tasting it, of course, what always happens is I smell it too. So yeah, getting Coca-Cola on the nose as well. It's actually quite prominent on both palate and nose now. I really like that. That's very good. First sip was a little hot. I haven't had a whiskey in probably about 4 or 5 days, so that's likely why it was hot. But second, third, fourth sip, much better. Been trying longer periods of dry days, so I went probably a 7 or 8 day stretch about a week and a half ago, and then I had a few drinks in the beginning of this week. or sorry, I should say last week. And then I haven't had a drink probably since Tuesday. Filming this on a Sunday, this will probably be out Monday. So more dry days than not these days. Sign of the times, I guess. That's really good. Little bit of something buttery on the back end now. Overall, very, very nice. Nothing really to complain about here. If you bought a bottle of this, you are probably enjoying it quite a bit. Price always comes into play with these Virgin Oaks. I think this one was around $250, maybe close to $300. I can't remember exactly what the split cost was. I think it was actually $300 now that I think about it, or a little bit more, which honestly is a little bit crazy for a 7-year-old whiskey. They probably could come in a lot lower than they do. This barrel in particular yielded 171 bottles. So, I mean, it's not like they're older Virgin Oaks that were coming in under 100 bottles. 171 bottles, I know that's not a lot, but for a 7-year turnover, all those things, I feel like Kavalan needs to really kind of come down in price a little bit. It would be cool to see Kavalan do like a standard straight 6-year-old series of all their stuff, coming in at around 46% or 50% on the dot, blending some stuff to try to bring their prices down a little bit. That's kind of what I'm hoping for in the near future. They are a well-established company by now. I think they might be capable of bringing those prices down a little bit. I know that they want to cater to the higher end market, the prestige market, and it shows in their pricing, but it would be nice for everybody to be able to afford these. So, you know, just ranting a little bit here, but that's it. This is an 88 for me. Honestly, I really like it. The Virgin Oaks have all been very good. I wonder if this one is much better or much worse than the older ones. Maybe Kavalan's onto something with bottling a little bit younger, their Virgin Oak stuff. It comes out a little bit more approachable, a little bit less oaky maybe for some. I'm gonna stick with my 88, very, very good stuff. All right, that's it for me, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you really liked the video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and support this channel on Patreon. Cheers.